Marco Asensio is talking to Cope about PSG and how Zidane compared him with Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo wants to leave Madrid according to AS. Welcome to Headlines. This is the show where we talk about the biggest headlines from the biggest newspapers and magazines in Europe. Like most newspapers, The Sun writes about the board getting sacked. The board lost respect of stars. Axed Frank could not boss senior players. The reporter Neil Ashton writes, the great Frank de Boer really did believe the world revolved around him. He has shattered the confidence of some honest Palace players, Martin Kelly and Joel Ward among them, because of his failure to show any empathy. The Times are on the same track, Hodgson to take Palace job at age 70. The remarkable thing about Frank de Boer's time is not that it ended after 77 days, it's that it lasted for so long. The Daily Telegraph with Palace bring Hodgson back from the cold. Despite overseeing the shocking defeat by Iceland last year, former England manager is offered a 2-year deal to replace sacked de Boer. In Italy, La Gazzetta dello Sport writes, the Champions League dreams. The message is delivered by two boys in Messi and Dybala shirts. The king against the heir is how La Gazzetta chooses to describe the game tonight. The managing director of Milan, Marco Fasone, talks to Corriere dello Sport. Have confidence in Milan. He then comments on Mino Raiola after he said that he didn't believe in the Milan project. We are surprised by the loss to Lazio, but we will be fighting for the Champions League spots. Marca in Spain focuses on the Champions League start this evening, the greatest show in the world. Marca also writes that Diego Costa is about to sign a contract with Atletico this week. Chelsea wanted Costa back to apologize, but it seems like they are now willing to sell him to Atletico for 60 million euros. AS with Madrid looks at Werner. The RB Leipzig and German striker seems to be on Real Madrid's radar. With his young age and sudden success on the highest level, Real Madrid seems to be very interested. According to AS, Cristiano Ronaldo is frustrated about the tax fraud situation and says, I never had any problems in England. I really do not want to say that, but I would like to return to England. El Mundo writes that Cristiano Ronaldo breaks with his lawyers. He is now changing to Jose Antonio Cochlan, who also defends Jose Mourinho, who is also accused of tax fraud. They now have the same lawyer and the same agent, Jorge Mendes. Cope had Marco Asensio in the studio last night. It does not matter what clause I have. I will not go to PSG, I'm happy at Real Madrid. It seems strange to us that Neymar left Barca. He was important to them and that they could not keep him, that's weird. Zidane told me that he haven't seen a left foot like mine since Messi. I was very flattered. Messi is something very special as a football player. French football has the wonder boy on their front page, Mbappe, the European Parisian. But more interesting is probably the interview with Leonardo Jardim, the Monaco manager. Do you feel like you are on the same level as Conte, Mourinho, Ancelotti and Guardiola? As for titles, I'm not on the same level. If I had the opportunity to work with their teams, I think I would be on the same level. To win titles, it's easier to work with the best. Bayern, City, Barcelona. When you work with teams like that, it's easier to win. All I am about to say about Germany now is connected to my video yesterday. You can watch it right here if you want and jump to the Germany part. Der Spiegel, who had that startling interview with Robert Lewandowski where he criticized PSG's transfers and Bayern Munich's transfer policy. They talked to the president of Bayern Munich, Uli Hoeneß. The real problem of the weekend was not Robert Lewandowski's interview, but that we played really bad and lost. That worries me, not what was written in the newspapers. Bild writes, Ancelotti or Lewandowski, who is the biggest problem? Problem with Lewandowski. He criticizes the club's hesitant transfer policy. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge said, I regret his statement. The problem with Ancelotti, before his job at Bayern, Carlo was regarded as a great communicator. He don't have this ability in Munich. He speaks with his favorites, but hardly with the rest of the squad. Bild reminds us that Paul Breitner said, the team has taken one step back since Guardiola left. Bild goes on and says Ancelotti is under pressure after the earliest Bayern loss in 6 years. His team must deliver against Anderlecht, and to do that he needs Lewandowski. Are they both the problem or do they solve it together? Headlines is something that we do every Monday to Friday, so if you enjoyed, then please give the video a like and subscribe if you want to see more. That was everything we had for now. Thank you for watching and I will see you tomorrow.